I think that we all knew that this was not a single issue and that this was combating or dealing with years and years of a relationship and turmoil on both sides. There are reasons why each administration wants to get to success and put this behind us. And, we think that the escalation, and that is what it is, not a trade war, but an escalation in some of the rhetoric, at this point, specifically between China and the U.S., we're going through some negotiating and some bargaining tactics on both sides, and we see a deal coming.
But for how long? I mean, how long before that deal happens? That's the thing.
Well, that's the issue, right? And I think it's weighing on the market every day, and that's what we've seen. So, I don't think that it's something we're going to see in the next number of weeks, but I think you're going to continue to get sort of this back and forth in the market, looking at what's happening and, levels of concern. But we think we should have some progress on this year, for sure.
And, David, it's that not knowing how long this could take is what leads you to believe that we could end up in a recession if it goes long enough. Is that the idea?
Well, if we make a miscalculation here, we could be in for some trouble. What worries me a little bit is that there is pretty strident nationalism on both sides here. I mean, I think the administration, the president in particular, is really not as adverse to tariffs as many economists are, and he believes that the U.S. economy is strong, and that we can, increase leverage on China and be combative with China. And I also think, the administration may be looking forward to 2020 and saying, do we really want to have a deal right now, or do we want to sort of pound the table about how we have to stand tough to China, tough against China all the way through the 2020 election? So I can see why the administration might want to keep on fighting here. And meanwhile, on the Chinese side, I think it's important to recognize that right at the core of Chinese nationalism is the idea that they will not be humiliated by the West, particularly when it comes to issues of trade. It is deep in their history. And I think that that's why you see more nationalist rhetoric coming out of Beijing. So I think both sides, while it's definitely in our economic interests to come to a deal, I see politics on both sides really pushing us away from one.
Right.